add to the game. I still don't know much about her matchup spread, and even like I just feel like a lot of the community, since she was the first DLC that came out during quarantine, we don't have a lot of offline data on her, right? So
Not at all. I think honestly that's the most exciting thing with all the DLC that has been released is when you do get that offline atmosphere and seeing what some of these characters really can do. Like, and for Free Talks, already qualified here. Just trying to boost that seeding even further. So we'll see if we can get that. Got to get through my man Sil there, who was pretty impressive earlier, even in a losing effort. But right now losing the percentage war. Look at that. Just kind of interesting to see. It's gonna be like range, versus projectiles here. You're gonna have the advantage.
Yeah, and I think Min Min also has that up smash reflector as well. And another cool thing that I like about watching Min Min is really the arms management as well. Like, okay, so this Min Min player likes to bring out this arm at this percent. Obviously, there's just like the standard stuff where you bring out the megawatt for kill percent, for the meteor option. Even just seeing how they, Min Min players use the dragon arm as well if they fire it, how they use the buff to grab, really interesting there. And seeing how they recover, because Min Min's recovery is definitely not the greatest, so you kind of have to get a little creative when off stage as Min Min.
Yeah, especially, you talk about creativity, like when it comes to trying to keep that pressure on, I think Sil has shown he can do an excellent job with all his projectiles, as well as just kind of this being efficient, like reposition himself as well. So that's something that Free Talks needs to be wary of, but up B out of shield, simple, basic, and effective, going to be that first stock going.
Yeah, and you can kind of see where Min Min falls apart when you are kept in disadvantage consistently. When Min Min is on the stage, in the center of the stage, controlling everything with her arms out, and most of the time, 9 times out of 10, Min Min's going to be able to outrange her opponent as well. So, very control-based character, but when in that disadvantage state, you kind of just have that nair. If you have that horizontal spacing there as well. All right, so we got the megawatt coming out, looking for this KO, this media option, goes up high, gets the up smash, but the megawatt was actually not available. Could have got the KO if megawatt was available, but the drop zone edge guard, look at this. Free Talks just complete control of that stock and just kept snowballing it and switching arms during the middle of it too. I like it.
Obviously, again, just another efficient performance from another character specialist. We're seeing here Free Talks. This isn't their first stock, but just assuming control here. Oh, gotta be careful. As I said, still very good with these edge guards. Keep him at bay on the right side. Not giving up too much damage. Nice, like sliding in with that down tilt. Very smooth. It's that close quarters that can cost you.
Yeah, and I do want to see Sil these later, right there. Okay, so that time kind of was ready to catch a directional air dodge from Free Talks. Free Talks has been using that directional air dodge when getting hit off stage to really close the distance for the recovery. So if Sillintor is more ready for that, you can get a punish on those directional air dodges, like right here. Like, in that situation, if you're more ready and just able to throw the bomb out there and just punish the actual directional air dodge, you kind of force Free Talks to recover in a worse position. But because Sillintor is not punishing those directional air dodges, Free Talks is able to get more recovery mix-ups. It is hard to do. You have to almost kind of predict it, but it is a really big deal. And a lot of characters with these not so great recoveries are going to try and fish for situations like that. Characters like Ganondorf and stuff like that. Like, they almost have to do it to have a decent amount of mix coming back onto the stage.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you're already a little lackluster in that department, yeah, obviously any kind of advantage you have, you're going to kind of take advantage. If somebody's not really going to punish it either, it's like, okay, well, you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So it's almost just kind of free for exactly. It's just kind of free for them at that point. Oh, the commitment right there from Sil. He really wanted to get that nair. Could have been part of the deciding factor. Oh my God, that B reversal into the perfect forward air setup. My goodness, just out of nowhere, striking so quick and cleanly at that. My goodness, that could have gone either way. Link taking game 1.
Yeah, especially on Smashville, not a lot of horizontal space to work with in terms of blast zones, able to take that out. Min Min also not being the heaviest of characters. So really, really good stuff to Sillintor closing that out. We saw the bomb usage again, just pristine coming out from Sillintor, able to set up so many offensive and defensive situations with the bomb and really just showcasing it. And one thing I do want to point out as well, when Min Min did come out, a lot of people thought she wasn't that good because of the recovery. People then started finding out how to recover with her. Obviously, the directional air dodge Free Talks was doing helps a lot, but just swinging defensively with your arms when you're coming back is a very big deal. People usually want to set up horizontally on you to set up like a drop zone nair or some kind of rising aerial that'll hit you back off stage. But Min Min has so much range on her arms attacks, and she can do a double jump after performing certain aerials, right? So we saw Freetox do that a lot and was able to get back to stage a lot. But again, Sillintor just really utilizing that KO power that Link brings to the table. That forward air is just so strong, killing center stage.
Yeah, and he's got all the setups for it as well. Like there's opportunity to get it in there, make it stick. He is going to find a way. That's exactly how he closed out that final game, which was a back and forth. And looks like this way, this game as well, could be well on its way to going in a similar fashion, given how these things start out.
Look at Freetox right there. Was a perfect situation where Sillintor wanted to get at the edge of the stage, apply some pressure, but we see Freetox just completely make him take a step back, and wow, up smashes the bomb right up, return to sender there, and the Megawatt is able to take him out. That center stage at that percent, Link is pretty heavy as well. That Megawatt is not messing around.
That Megawatt's got a lot of power behind it, something you definitely want to utilize in those situations when available. So great job by Freetox to give himself the lead early on. He was in this situation last game and still let it get away from him, but perhaps this can be a little bit of a redemption, even things out one apiece. And living very dangerously on that left side, but fearlessly able to return and just kind of stuffing out these attempts from Sillintor. Trying to close the gap, get in there.
And I just love how Freetox is setting up both of the arms too, like one to kind of cover that upper area by the platform, and then throws out another lower one. And the drift back to avoid the nair. And this is what's going to separate the good from the great in terms of Min Min right there. You know, at the end of the day, Sillintor still gets the edge guard there, but the fact that Freetox is so aware of the options that Sillintor has available to get a lot of these early kills on Min Min, and Freetox able to, you know, take the distance in terms of like making that stock last as long as possible.
Got a game plan around it, man. Study the tape, understand what you're getting into. Like you said it best, man. Like he knows his character's weakness here, so just understanding that Sil is definitely going to try and take those opportunities to really press it, especially too when it comes to kind of like making a comeback here, or even just sneaking into the lead just out of nowhere. And slowly but surely, this percentage starting to accumulate little by little. Oh, I love that. Just kind of putting some pressure on with the bomb and then getting the grab. Really still putting himself in a fantastic situation. The commitment, the up B, and there it is. I tell you what, we changed his name to Slither, man. Just coming out of nowhere. God damn.
Cobra Kai out.
Damn, bro.
Right into the lead. And I gotta say that forward air setup almost connected, and I was like, oh dang, it missed, but it was all part of the plan because the up B was to follow, and just setting up those trap situations. Really, Freetox had nowhere to go. Just such a great executed edge guard there coming out from Sillintor, and you can definitely tell he's executed that a couple of times before.
Oh,
definitely on the script there, on the gameplay. So
recovery is so good. I don't know. Every time I see it, I just get hyped.
Yep. And the fact that he had to tech that one too, because you didn't want to overshoot tech, right? And there, you don't want to tech wall jump, and you actually want to tech and hold down to reduce the knockback for the stage spike so you don't get an untechable. So a lot of things going on there for Sillintor, but he's able to execute and able to get back on stage, tack on this little bit of damage. But now we're at this last stretch here. Both players, I mean, pretty much dead even here.
Man, bro, like I said, back and forth contest at its finest for sure. Big game though for Freetox. They're going to be down 2-0, staring down that 2-0 barrel. So these really got to put something together. Oh man, you see, Sil is just trying to line up for that kill shot, trading with the nair, gets him off stage, bomb pressure.
Gets the trade, but it's worth it.
That up smash is so good.
Oh yeah, fun fact, that up smash is faster than Fox.
It is,
and it's only faster by 1 frame, but it also reflects. So clearly, Fox's up smash reflects, but that's another topic. And
Fox
there's the reflect
names,
again,
right?
dude.
But how about the Link names though? They're not quite enough. One more solid hit will take this game. Still just gotta stay patient, but gets blasted off the stage.
Okay. And one thing I noticed is Freetox will take time. Okay, off-stage situation here. Are you going to go for the drop zone? Tries to catch the bomb recovery, and the Megawatt does not care about that boomerang. I dropped money for this. Cost $5.99. I want this Megawatt to go for every projectile, and Freetox did himself on the board there.
Well done to Freetox. Even under duress, was able to just keep his feet set and just let it come to him. That megawatt, you knew when that landed at that percent, that was going to go ahead and just wrap that up. So that'll tie us up 1 apiece. Great play on both sides, man. Both Sil and Freetox just really putting on a show for you guys.
Yeah. Very excellent level of play coming out here from both players here. Even just, you see the counterplay from the defensive swings off stage down to the bomb recoveries, trying to catch them, and even Sillintor adjusting and just going for the stage tech and into the ledge, just doesn't want to risk the overshoot because he knows Freetox is ready for those kinds of situations. Seeing the reflector up smash coming out from Min on reaction against some of these boomerangs, and even utilizing the megawatt to trample over and go through the boomerang for the KO. Just really back and forth here. So I really want to see where this set takes us for this game number 3.
All right. Should be a good one. Can't imagine any character switches coming her. I prefer not to. I'm enjoying the Min link battle, to be honest. Like, keep this going for me.
It's fun too, and it's interesting too because I've seen Min is starting to get a little bit more popular, especially it had to have been like maybe 3 or 4 months ago when players started utilizing Min in offline Japanese tournaments, and that was really fun to watch. And then more and more even US players and here even European players picking up Min. So very interesting to see. And Freetox, I've seen a lot of Min be very nair heavy. Freetox obviously still uses nair, but I feel like Freetox really likes to set up that horizontal spacing, and the way he sets up the megawatt too.
Wow. Came up a little bit short there. Might have, didn't think he had the distance, might have changed how he attempted the recovery, but wow, that's big for Freetox right out the gate. Yeah.
Big drop there. For sure Sillintor could have bomb recovery there, so maybe just thought he had, like you said, had the distance to not bring out the bomb. Very unfortunate there, but you know what? Freetox will take that straight to the bank. That game 3 momentum is always a very big deal, especially if the set goes to a game number 5. The grab whiffing there, and now Freetox able to get all this damage. See if Sillintor can keep his head in the game here. Maybe possibly bring this back, but it's looking pretty grim here.
I think that bomb right there actually might have just saved that stock, because I think Freetox was lining up to keep him off the stage, but it might not even matter. Yeah, it is not. Just boom, everything getting bounced back, and Freetox maybe a free game here just off that one error that Sil gave up early on, and it is definitely costing them, man. Quite the uphill battle.
Yeah, and even like that double laser there from Freetox was so good. First laser doesn't hit, but the second laser hits the bomb, doesn't care. Or the Dragon Arm hits the bomb, didn't care, hits the laser, gets Sillintor off stage, and gets the KO as well. And now Sillintor gets the stock. This is going to be rough. Maybe your win conditions here for Sillintor is maybe you get some kind of off-stage play, get an early KO on the Min. That's always going to be a possibility against Min. So that is kind of your comeback factor. We'll see if he's able to set up the situation. Tries to get the resnatch there, doesn't happen, and Freetox just doing a really good job. Knows he has the lead and just needs to chip away and get as much damage as possible.
You're Freetox, you are completely in the driver's seat. You got no reason to rush anything. Just let it come to you. And another 4 up B, just not gonna have enough oomph to get back to the leg. Wow.
I mean, honestly, even if I SD, during a game and then I SD the last stock, it's kind of just like well, I might as well get all my mistakes out in one singular game.
Sure,
you're still in the set, right? I don't think that, because you can lose like that, or it can be like, oh, I had my opponent at 150 on last stock, I was at 0 last stock, and then I SD'd. That is like way more tilting than what we just saw there. So I think Sillintor is still in a great position to take the set. Obviously, that game 3 not going in your favor is always going to be a thorn in your side, but coming into this game 4, fresh mind here, fresh slate, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get the same counter pick as well, but we'll see.
I think the start of this next game will be very telling for Sillintor as far as like mindset wise. Like, do you come in understanding, okay, I just got to win 2 in a row, I'm still keeping my losers run alive, or do you just come in tilted? You know what I mean? Like that kind of like that level of separation between mindsets of players can be tremendously huge. Like Freetox knows he's like obviously in a very Very good position. There ain't no question there. But still, what do you got for me out the gate? I feel like these first like minute and a half will be pretty telling.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. And again, it was just miscalculations. We've seen Sillintor have immaculate recoveries throughout this tournament. So definitely, it's not like he doesn't know how. You know, just sometimes you get a little flustered, you make simple mistakes. So getting to this game, number 4, it is going to be Town and City. Both players are going to have a lot of horizontal room on this stage, but not a lot of room blast zone-wise this stage, along with Smashville, the smallest blast zones horizontally. So we'll see what kind of early KOs Sillintor can set up with that forward air. Definitely a go-to for Sillintor for these KOs.
All right. First 30 seconds right now, about a 40% lead on the part of Free Talks. Looking good. Oh, his positioning too, man. Those, oh my God, bro.
Don't run into the megawatt.
I was gonna say, like, he's just so good at the positioning and just knowing like what arms, like where I just want to put this out perfectly, and then easily utilizing. Look at that, man. Already just 45% put on. That's it. Like, that is it. And I told you this first 30 seconds to a minute would be very telling. And he's telling me right now that Free Talks, he wants this. I don't know if he's going to be denied at this point. Oh my God, let me shut the hell up, bro.
Wow.
We out here with the soccer tactics. You need a better goalie than that, bro. Man,
yeah, that was what a play to bring you back into this game, man. Yeah, I also want to point out too, Free Talks is doing a really great job of even mixing up which arms he sends out first. Obviously, he has Double Dragon right now, so it doesn't matter. But even when he was switching in between the two, sometimes he'll save the Megawatt for the second swing. Sometimes he'll throw out the Megawatt for the first swing. Again, very similar to how, you know, just arms plays out in general. So really cool to see that kind of gameplay and see that kind of stuff matter. And the bomb actually returning to sender once again snatches up, so this will power up the Dragon arm here. But when will he throw it? Oh, staying. I like the spacing coming out from Sillintor, respecting that Dragon arm.
All right, very diligent here. This is so scary if you're still.
Yeah, that Dragon arm is still powered up.
I know. Bro, we talking about that up smash in the lab game. Look at that efficiency. Easily slicing through that. So this is one stock away right now for Free Talks.
Yeah, no, you almost got to question yourself, like, man, what if that Game 3 didn't go the way it did? But, you know, it is what it is, and Sillintor just trying to keep himself in the game, almost gets that dash stack KO, tries to get the bomb snipe as well, but up and away we go. I love watching Min-Mins use that up B on the ground just for that, you know, vertical movement, that burst to burst movement. Very unique tool to see. Offstage situation. Up and over, gets through the nair, and Free Talks is back on stage where he can keep swinging those arms.
Free Talks, would be bad for him to kind of give up this stock right now. He's only got 46% tax onto Sil, and maybe Sil aware of that. What a couple of parries and a big time swing and potential momentum coming the way of this Link. Needed that quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Now, you know, that first parry up smash was impressive, but the double parry
That's what I'm
into
saying,
the KO
bro.
from Sillintor. Sillintor is out to play, and he's fighting for his bracket life right now.
Wi-Fi, by the way.
Game 4. Oh, almost sets up the forward air, which could have been so huge, but now pretty much evening everything up. Sillintor clawing his way back, wanting to force that Game 5 situation. Almost gets the soccer kick again. I like that setup from Sillintor on that platform with the nair, but the Megawatt does connect and almost DI. The DI like kind of looked like he was maybe going to save him, but Free Talks able to close it out 3-1 against Sillintor.
Apparently, I'm in the future. I'm on my shulk-ish. So.
Future play, dude.
Listen, at the end of the day, we're just happy it's working. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. So, a really good stuff that we saw there. Free Talks. He's gonna have a little bit of a date with Gluttony coming up for you guys. So if you're big Gluttony fans, please, I encourage you to stay tuned, stay locked in. I believe we're gonna take a short break while we